So what this video is about is how to resize, rename and place on a memory stick an image of your choice. So the first thing to do is to open Photoshop in this case, and it's a raw file, so it opens up in the raw converter. We're just going to go straight ahead and open it, and up it comes already. So that's how it will come up. If you press Ctrl plus 0, it will resize the image to fit. So we're now going to crop this one. So the image at the moment is 3,800 odd, 2,500 odd at 240 ppi, which is miles too big. Some people try to alter the image, alter the file size in here, but there's a better way to go. When you're changing from one output to another output, chances are you'll get this problem. It's the crop factor. It's because the aspect ratio of our projector in the club is different to the aspect ratio of the image file. So what we're going to do is here now, actually here we can make this a little bit smaller. Notice how we've got thirds have come up, which is handy. But we're just going to crop that in tight. Okay, now we've got three things we can do now. So that's our crop. We can click on the arrow key up here. We can double click inside, or we can just press the enter key. Double click. And it's resized it down. If you go into image size now, we get 1024, 768, 72 ppi, which is just what we want. Control plus 0 again. So size to fit. So at this stage we could go into sharpening, because when you resize this particularly downwards, you usually tend to need to just sharpen, give them a little sharpen. But we'll ignore that for the time being, and then we go on to concentrate now on the saving of it. So we go to File, Save As. That's the important thing. By default it will try to save in the file that the picture originally came out of, which might be a good idea. So we'll just save a JPEG copy in there. We won't rename it, we'll just make it into a JPEG copy. Because the original was a RAW file and this is a JPEG, that's still two separate files. They are different files, and the computer knows that. Then it's asking us what compression we want. We want the minimum compression, so we'll save it as a large file. 10 works just as well, to be honest. I can't see any difference in them. Right, but now we'll save it as a memory stick. So click on Save As. This time we go down, and I've already plugged a USB stick in, which is there. And I'm going to put a folder on it. And I'm going to call the folder Comp 04 2012 or similar. Open that up, and I'm going to put a folder inside there and call it Open. And I'm going to open that one. I'm going to save it in there. Again, it's asking us what compression we want. Again, we'll have the minimum amount of compression. So there we have it. If we go back into Bridge, you can see that if you go up to USB, we have got Comp 04 2012, we've got Open File, and there's our image. And that's the file I will put into the competition for you. That ends the tutorial. Thanks very much for listening.